Welcome back to the Wellness Pharmacist. I'm Dr. Kat, and today we are reviewing a new study published in BMC Psychology on March 11th of 2025 and our 5-minute focus for people living with chronic illness and their healthcare providers. This study, titled The Association Between Quality of Life and Psychological Flexibility, Depressive, Anxiety, or Insomnia Symptoms in Patients with Persistent Indoor Environment-Related Symptoms or Chronic Fatigue. It explores how mental health factors impact quality of life in people living with chronic fatigue syndrome and then persistent sensitivities to indoor environments, such as mold, chemicals, or poor air quality. Now, what are the key takeaways from this study? Number one, psychological flexibility is key to quality of life. The study found that people with greater psychological flexibility, what does that mean? It's just that they can adapt to stress, uncertainty, and setbacks. These are people that can adapt to these situations. They had significantly better quality of life. This was true even when experiencing ongoing fatigue or environmental sensitivities. Okay, so those that had better adaptation skills to stress, setbacks, uncertainty, that's all stress, had better quality of life even if they had the fatigue or even if they were experiencing symptoms. Number two, depression, anxiety, and insomnia are major barriers. So over 60% of patients in the study reported symptoms of depression and anxiety, which worsened their physical symptoms and daily functioning. That's over 60%. That's huge. Again, I would think that this is probably, I've said this in previous episodes, this is probably a lower number due to people wanting to put their best foot forward. So if there's 60%, over 60% reporting this, that's huge. And then they also showed that insomnia was another major factor. Poor sleep quality was directly linked to worse fatigue and lower quality of life. This makes sense. This is just kind of one of those no-brainer things, but they did get it in a study, which is extremely important. So again, insomnia, poor quality sleep, you have lower quality of life. Also, they found a mind-body approach may be the best strategy. People who practice mindfulness, cognitive behavioral therapy, or acceptance-based therapies had better coping skills and overall health outcomes. I think this is that, thing that they were talking about, psychological flexibility. Okay, these people, they practice mindfulness. What is mindfulness exactly? So that's like where you stop every hour and you just feel your body. You feel the support beneath you if you're sitting. You feel the ground beneath you if you're standing. You feel your arms, your legs, your whole body. You just get into your body. Or if you're eating, so you taste the texture of the food. Is it crunchy? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it smooth? Is it rough? What's the taste? Is it bitter? Is it sweet? Is it sour? That's being mindful. You're just kind of stopping and taking in the situation that you're in that moment. These people with cognitive behavioral therapy or acceptance-based therapies had better overall health outcomes. This reinforces that mental health care is just as important as physical symptom management. There's case after case, there's study after study that I've been doing of these podcasts that are showing this. Why this matters: if you or someone you know has chronic fatigue syndrome or chemical environmental sensitivities, it's really important to address both the mental and the physical health. Finding ways to improve this psychological flexibility, for instance, stress management, if you can get into therapy, counseling, or structured sleep routines. This can help enhance day-to-day well-being even when symptoms persist. Okay, so we're on to the listener question. It says, "Hi, Dr. Kat. I have chronic fatigue and my symptoms get worse when I'm stressed. I've tried different treatments, but nothing helps long-term. Do you have any advice?" This is a wonderful question. So chronic fatigue is complex, and they're still trying to figure out, is it viral? Is it triggered by viruses or something like that? But it is very complex, and stress can absolutely make symptoms worse. We do know that. This study suggests that focusing on psychological flexibility, so learning to adapt to stress rather than resist it, which is our tendency, is to just, no, I'm going to push through. I do that. I do that all the time. I have to learn to go, you know what? I can't do that. It'll make me worse. So learning to adapt to stress rather than resisting it or avoiding it, it may help. So therapies like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, or acceptance-based therapy, meditation is great. It works really well for me. Mindfulness, actually. I do meditation too, but mindfulness is huge for me. It can provide coping strategies. It has worked for me. Also, prioritizing good sleep hygiene. So going to bed at the same time every night, waking up at the same time every morning. That includes on the weekends. And I think most people, they do that throughout the week because of their jobs or what have you. But on the weekends, they sleep in. And this can mess you up in more ways than one. So you want to do it even on the weekends. That may be difficult. I know that's hard, but you still want to do that on the weekends. Get that good sleep hygiene. Limit environmental triggers like poor air quality. So if you have issues with air quality, try and stay away from that. If you're allergic to molds and stuff, don't go to moist, wet places where mold grows. If you're allergic to a lot of animals, obviously keep your environment clean of animal dander and fur. These can be game changers. Lastly, don't hesitate to call your doctor about a multidisciplinary approach. Sometimes combining, and I would say most of the time, combining medical care with mental health support makes all the difference in the world if you're able to afford it. And that's key, isn't it? A lot of people can't afford that. So if you're able to afford it, or you're able to go and get some discounted, mental health support, and it does exist, that can make the difference. As always, this information is for educational purposes only and does not imply treatment. Always seek the counsel of your healthcare team because they know you best. Final thoughts, chronic fatigue, which I actually have, I live with every day. I say I suffer with it. It's a real battle every day. Chronic fatigue and environmental sensitivities, they're not just physical symptoms. They affect every aspect of life. It's like a cloud and a cloud or a shadow over everything that you do. This study reminds us that mental health plays a huge role in managing chronic illness and improving quality of life, because when I do mindfulness, I notice that I do have slightly more energy, actually, and I am better off. My mood improves. When my mood improves, I don't feel as much pain from my other autoimmune diseases, and I just feel better. So if you have a question about chronic illness, mental health, or medications in general, send it my way, and I'll try and answer it in a future episode. You can reach me at innovationsmedicationmgmt@gmail.com. For more insights on health, wellness, chronic illness, autoimmune disease, visit my website at innovationsmedicationmanagement.com and follow me on social media. I am the Wellness Farm D on Blue Sky, and then I'm giving you my website and my email address. And until next time, take care and be well, and we will talk soon.